that ramp, getting ready to make his walk in. He's 2-0, fighting out of One Kick Nick's gym here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm not sure whether to call him a bantamweight or a featherweight. What I can tell you is he's going to be fighting tonight at 140 pounds. He's going to be facing Carlos Garcia. Well, what do you know about the One Kick Gym? I know you are a student of the game. You know a lot about a lot of gyms, and this is one of the popular gyms here in Las Vegas.
Great stand-up, especially kickboxing. They've had a few guys from Thailand come and train guys there. That's where Chidi and Anthony and Jaquani trained out of. That's where Stephen Bonner was training out of. A lot of good guys, stellar stand-up.
You been down there yet?
I've been there just to work out, but I haven't had a chance to train there just yet. But for the next camp, I'll be out there a little bit and peek my head in.
Big age discrepancy here. 27 years versus 19 years. Looks like Bryan got in a little late here at age 27. But then again, what age did you start, bro?
Started at 28.
28. Look where you're at.
Yeah, I feel like, the problem with starting so young is you don't have a strong, solid base. You might do MMA. You might be a great MMA fighter, well-rounded. But if a guy like Ben Askren or a guy that's real strong in kickboxing, but to face you, or, has a strong base like some wrestling, he's probably just control you and outpoint you. And it happens a lot. That's why I feel like when people say they're well-rounded, that's okay, but it's better to be strong at one thing.
And now the red corner.
And then be solid everywhere else.
Garcia.
Carlos Silos Garcia, 2-1, fighting out of Extreme Couture here in Las Vegas. He's going to make his way down. Again, a couple of 140-pounders locking horns tonight. Well, I also feel that mixed martial arts is in that infancy stage. And there's nothing wrong with not being well-rounded. I think it's going to be a while before everyone's completely well-rounded. I really don't feel like there's that many athletes in mixed martial arts that are well-rounded. If you wanted to define well-rounded as being, an expert or advanced at every single mixed martial art, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it either.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, you'll rarely see that at the moment right now, because to be an expert, it's like if you're an expert in jiu-jitsu, it's going to be hard to be an expert in wrestling because the rules are so different. You know what I'm saying? Like, You're out there to pin somebody in wrestling, but jiu-jitsu, it's okay to pull guard.
Anderson Silva would be regarded as well-rounded, but, you never see him double anybody. Remember Fedor Emelianenko didn't lose for years. He was regarded as well-rounded, and he fell to Fabrice Verdun's second submission attempt when he really had gotten out of there and made the mistake of going right back in. So, again, not a knock on anybody, but I just think that with the evolution of the sport, we'll eventually get there. But there's nothing wrong with not being well-rounded either, as long as you're familiar.
Yeah, that's what it is. No one's really truly well-rounded, but everyone's familiar with something. But I feel like it's good to have a strong base of one thing you can fall back on, in case all else is failing.
That's my take on well-rounded. But anyways, let's take it up to Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight of the evening is a 140-pound weight class. Introducing first, standing in the blue corner with 2 wins and no losses, fighting out of Carlson Gracie and One Kick Nick, Las Vegas, Nevada, Bryan Calleros. Standing across the cage in the red corner with 2 wins and 1 loss, fighting out of Extreme Couture, Las Vegas, Nevada, Carlos Silos Garcia. Referee in charge of the action is Ryan Tappy.
Gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. If I tell you to stop, you must stop. If you have any questions, you'll touch gloves. Do it now. Go to your corner.
The fighters get their instructions, and we're ready to go. Carlos Garcia wearing the red trunks out of the red corner. Bryan Calleros wearing the white trunks out of the blue corner.
We see Randy Couture, cage side here.
Garcia starts off with some strikes. Calleros answers back. Oh, wow. Those guys are really going at it here. Calleros grabs a hold of a neck and delivers some knees. Garcia looks like he's okay with that position. Thinking about his next move.
He's smart by going for hand control.
Coming out of extreme couture, you got to imagine he's been drilling this a lot, this position.
Yeah, he sure has. Now Garcia has Calleros against the cage, but he's still caught in that clinch, and he's eating a few knees here. Don't want to eat too many of those. Calleros seems pretty comfortable there, doesn't he, Mo?
He seems very comfortable, but one thing I don't like is the gap. When he pulled his head down for a snap down, there's a little gap. If Garcia was more advanced as wrestler, he would have took him down off that position.
Looked like he was going to take his back, but now he's standing at a 90-degree angle.
What does Garcia have to do to get out of this position, Mo?
Well, Garcia needs to keep his back flat, get his elbows to his side, and try to work his right elbow to his side. He's get both elbows in and turn his back to him. Not turn his back, but turn his back towards the cage even more. But now, get hand control, push his hands down with the waist, and bring his hips away from his opponent.
Calleros still latching on, doing what he can, but now
Garcia needs to make up for some lost time here.
On his back, and Garcia's swinging. Less than 10 seconds here. It's gonna end pretty quickly. And that's that. I think Calleros will probably take the round, but boy, at the end, looked like Garcia was starting to throw some bombs and may have been able to steal it back if he had landed a few of those.
Definitely, but he did a good job with the punch pass, but maybe he should have aimed for the body instead of aim for the head.
How often do you practice that, by the way, when someone's on their back and you're trying to time them bombs? You know, I see those coaches down there with the pads and the mitts. You work on that a lot?
I work on that a lot. Definitely, especially depending on who the opponent is. Because some guys are so bad on their back that you can do whatever you want. But guys that have good hips and will shrimp, you've got to work on placing your punches right and getting a good coach out there to hold mitts for you as you're punching in the guard.
Do you prefer to move somebody's feet off to the side and come in, with a haymaker, or would you rather come in through their guard and be a little bit safer in the sense that you'll be in a more familiar area, but you may eat an up kick?
Or move the feet to the side, or move the feet straight down and throw a punch, because then their first line of defense, which is their feet, is gone.
Calleros once again getting comfortable with those knees. Garcia's not going to let him know this time. Garcia pushes him up against the cage.
Little reversal of what we saw in round one here.
Yeah.
Let's see what Garcia can do in this position.
Garcia needs to get his hips in, head up and hips in. Use an underhook. Nice body shot.
Great body shots. About 3 of those. Good hand control. Mini war there, Hummo.
Yeah, but the thing is, on top of the hand control, he needs to watch his head. He's letting his head be controlled. He's putting his head down to get taken. That's not ever a good thing.
Calleros now works the front choke down to the floor, and I'm not sure if the choke is even in there. It's hard to tell. It looks like it isn't, but he is controlling him.
He's controlling him, and it's just tiring. It's tiring getting your back and your head pulled down over and over, carrying the weight. It wears on you.
Garcia didn't really fully commit there to that single.
Because he has his hips out. You have to bring your hips in and straighten your back up and commit, go forward. A little peek out or a duck under is what they call it from there.
I think that was his best bet, was to just reverse the tide here and get Calleros against the cage. Now look at him.
Some good strikes from Garcia there.
25 seconds left, but Calleros is still winning this round. Calleros in the white trunks, Garcia in the red trunks. Calleros up against the cage, but he seems to have a grasp of his neck. Looked like he wanted to go for a guillotine and missed. Now he throws up a last-second triangle. No, an armbar. Garcia in trouble?
I think it's tough it out, but
I think the point of the elbow was passed. No, he's safe. He made it through.
He was about to tap. There's a little more time.
He couldn't have lasted too much.
It looks like he's in a little bit of pain.
Yeah.
But he made it through. I wonder if he thinks the fight's over.
No, I think he's good. That's the thing. Sometimes when you're too young, I feel like sometimes it's better weight. 21, 22. If you come from a solid background in something, It's easy, you know, because like someone like John Jones came from wrestling, probably wrestled his whole life. Roy McDonald, I don't know where he came from, but he had a great camp. If you're with the right people, you can make the right moves.
Carlos Garcia fights out at Extreme Couture. What do you think? He looks over and sees the man himself, Randy Couture, cage side. Is that more intimidating than anything, or do you think that's more uplifting?
Depends on your mentality. For him, I think it's uplifting because he's not quitting. You see it in tap.
That's true.
Unless the man with a tap.
I think we could say it's 2-0 Calleros here going into the third. I think Garcia needs a finish.
Both guys look fresh too.
I think Garcia needs to straighten out his punches a little bit and put some distance in between him and Calleros.
And personally, I wouldn't even bother with that leg kick. Just get going there with the boxing, you know what I mean?
I think he's doing better when he's just boxing.
Me too. Is Calleros slowing down, guys? A little bit.
I think Calleros is looking for the clinch.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And because, you know, I feel like he's confused with the length, and he's figuring, hey, in the clinch, I'm good because this kid really has no sense of positioning.
Calleros is pushing Garcia up against the cage here. Calleros used good hips early on. I think Calleros is tiring, guys.
Yeah, I think he's tiring too, but I think that he knows if I go to the clinch, I'll be safe.
Oh, nice hook there by Garcia. Great exchanges. But Garcia looks a lot more comfortable and fresher. Calleros answers back with a nice jab and an overhand right. As you can hear behind us, the crowd's really, really into this bout. And Calleros gets a takedown.
You could see the confidence growing a little bit up until that moment for Garcia, but he was kind of telegraphing that first punch, and I think Calleros was able to catch on to that.
But one thing I know coming from the wrestling background, when you're up, it's time to play defense. And I think that's what Calleros might have been doing. Even though he's gassed, he knew that the guy had to come to him because he won the first 2 rounds.
Good point, Mo. And now it looks like Calleros is in control, and he'll take home this fight. He may not take home the round because of the activity Garcia had early on, but as we speak, he takes his back, trying to get a hook in. Garcia pushes that hook away. Calleros insistent, gets the hook back in. Now he gets 2. Maybe too late to get the choke, but he may get the round. And that's a wrap. Good finish by Calleros.
Third round ended pretty similar to the second round, with Garcia fighting off a submission.
Great fight, great enthusiasm by these 2 young lads. We'll wait to get an official announcement, but I really liked the enthusiasm by both fighters.
This is what the amateur fights are all about. I mean, I think both these guys can take lessons from this engagement here between the 2 of them.
I agree, guys. I think it's too early, honestly, in the careers to take it too serious, because then it's not going to be any more fun. And I think part of the reason you go to the gym, Mo, and put in the hard work is because it's still fun to you, correct?
Yeah, definitely. Granted, for me, going to MMA events isn't the funnest thing, but going to the gym and training hard and interacting in the gym has always been fun to me. That's why I love being in the gym.
I think for a lot of fighters, it's not as fun as it used to be, and then it becomes more serious. All of a sudden, careers decline. Let's take it up to Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we have your winner by unanimous decision, the blue corner, Bryan Calleros.
Bryan Calleros goes to 3-0. He gets the unanimous decision over Carlos Silos Garcia, who now goes to 2-2. A good effort by Garcia, but Calleros, I think, had the ticket there. He dominated him in the clinch. And he set the tone early on by grabbing a hold of his head and controlling him there, and then executing the knees, attacking with certain chokes, putting basically Garcia on the defensive. Once Garcia did get comfortable, it was a lot closer, but by then it was a little too late. Congratulations to Bryan Calleros.